I became involved in hospice about 9 years ago, and I had had family members pass away. I was always intrigued by it, and then once I retired, I decided to work. And I've done many roles. I've done rainbows, reception, data entry, evening shifts, but I found my niche was baking, and I love it. I think what caused me to get involved was that I had members pass away here, and I just loved the atmosphere and the staff and just how they made guests and families and friends feel. I'm known for my cookies, especially my boiled raisin cookies and my school day cookies, but I also make cobblers, and I'll make loaves and whatever. Sometimes I take requests of things that people want. I think my perspective was that it was a place to die. And so it was kind of scary, and when I first started, I did reception because I didn't know how I would do in the house itself. So it was a slow progression for me to feel comfortable enough to come in. And once I came and started volunteering here, my perception changed a lot. And it's not a place to die, it's a place to live until the end comes. It's not an unhappy place. There is some sadness, of course, because your loved one is passing away. But at the same time, there's a lot of joy. And with the baking, you know, it's awesome for people to come to the kitchen and, you know, I listen to them and they get a fresh cookie and we smile and we laugh. And so that is I think, one of the things I'd like people to know about hospice. I think one of the most powerful feelings I get is just an accomplishment and just a warmth that happens when I'm here, and you know, the compliments I get, and that I'm able to show a different side of the dying process. And yeah, it doesn't have to be totally sad. It can be a very joyous, you know, of celebrating someone's life. There was a lady in here, I knew her, and I'd gone to visit her a couple of times when I was baking, and she loved ginger cookies. So I made a batch of ginger cookies and I took them to her family, and they told me she's not eating anything anymore. And I said, well, just share them amongst yourself. And a little later I went and visited her, and she was sleeping all the time. And her husband told me, he says, you know what, the last thing she ate was a ginger cookie. And that just made me feel so wonderful. And I think it really, I don't know, it made me feel like there is a purpose for me being here.